Well, good evening to you. How are you? It's Friday. It's the 8th of May. It's VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. And so I just want to start by thanking God that I'm free. And, well, you wouldn't pay me a fee, would you? But thanking God that I'm free. Well, actually, I'm 63. Thanking God that I'm free and able to sit here and express my views and just talk all this nonsense. And remembering all those who fought for their country, whatever country that may be, and all those who gave their lives, all those who still carry the scars today, because many, many do. And so we remember all those who remember in so many different ways. And I'm sure we're all sensitive to the many different people who are part of our country and beyond. It's also a sad day because our great friend Michael Ord died in Borders General Hospital at about 1:30 this afternoon. And Michael was very brave. He was a lovely man. He was one of the most dapper man. I think his son said he was a dapper chap. He was so smart. And there's him and somebody else in our congregation, and I used to have a little mental debate. I never had the courage to say to them, although I did say to Michael on the phone last week that he was one of two contenders for best dressed man. So our prayers and thoughts go to Jill and to Christian and to Justin and to their families as we remember them today. So Michael, of course, was in catering, and he told me that they were running a bar one day for the Ord Catering Company, and a weasel walked in, and the bartender said, "Wow, I've never seen a weasel before. What can I get you?" "Pop," goes the weasel. Dear, oh dear. I did like that, yes. Actually, do you know that some scientists have invented some artificial vocal cords? Well, the result speaks for themselves. And why was the broom late for work? Well, it overswept. Yep, so how's your day been? Mine's been interesting, and a bit of a conversation with the doctor this morning. Got to have some more tests. Although I'm a lot better, I've got a bit of a pain that hasn't gone away, so I've got to sort that out. And not the easiest things. I'm not going to go into the details of how you deal with these tests, but there we go. So have some blood taken on Monday. Keep you up to date. But yeah, apart from that, I'm pretty good. It's been a good day. Beautiful weather. And we got the Eucharist recorded this afternoon, which was just after Michael had died. So we managed to dedicate that to him, which was rather nice. And lots of different things. Of course, it's hard, and I think that's something that I need to share with you. I've got my dog collar on today. My role for the last 25 years is to be with people physically as well as spiritually and mentally. And when you can't be there, you can't do what I would normally want to do, which is to go and give Jill and the family a hug, or be there just after Michael had died and commending him by phone is a different type of thing. It's a challenge for us all. But it has to be. And in these days of lockdown, the reality is that coronavirus has killed Rob, killed Michael. And that's just now a little bit. And 4 or 5 other people have been poorly. So when we're all rushing around saying, "Oh, it won't come to me," it will, unless we really are really careful. So there's lots of street things going on all over the place today, and I'm just hoping everyone takes care, which I'm sure they will. I've still got the same joke up here. That's a bit silly, isn't it? I went to a pet shop and asked for 12 bees. Bit of bzz, 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 buzzy bee, buzzy bee, buzzy bee, diddle. I can't sing the Flight of the Bumblebee. It just rips my corsets off. Anyhow, I went into the pet shop and asked for 12 bees. The shopkeeper counted out 13 and handed them over. And I said, "You've given me one too many." He said, "Oh, don't worry, the last one is a freebie." If you're buzzing, absolutely. And there we are. So what about some poetry? Well, There's a guy called Chris Kent. He's a friend of mine, I'm proud to say. And he's written some really nice different poems. And this I'm hoping might start a bit of a trend, because yeah, there's famous poems and we've got them. I've got books of them here. But I thought it might be rather nice. Do you write poetry? Or have you written some? Or could you write something? In any style you like, keep it clean and keep it non-political. Let me have it and I'll be delighted to read it. So Chris has written this, which I just think is that Chris is an amazing artist, by the way. And if you find Chris Kent, a friend of mine on Facebook, and just look at some of the artistic things he puts up, they are stunning. It's this, I just loved it. Man with a dog. I saw this man carrying a giant furry dog on his back. He won it on the fair at Kirkcaldy. He walks with his dog past the seafront. Waves hit the sea wall behind him, splashing 10 feet up in the air. No one noticed, just a man with a dog. Lovely, just something that you've seen, and it gives you the opportunity to write a poem about it. And there we go. Actually, winning the dog at the fair, I always remember when I was in Hereford. One of the great joys of my job, I was given the job of the bishop's ceremonial chaplain. So I just loved it. I was in my element. I got to mince around in a beautiful gold cope and all the kit, following Bishop John wherever he went. And my role was to stand behind him and hold his hat and his stick and hold his book, make sure he's in the right place at the right time. So I got to all the big services. I remember being there when the Queen came to open the Mappa Mundi, and that's the map of the world, of course. And the Queen and I stood opposite each other. And this is quite funny. She was wearing yellow, beautiful yellow suits, and a lovely blouse underneath. I can't remember exactly what it was like, just similar to everything, and pearls, and a big yellow hat. It was stunning. And as we were standing singing the hymn, a bird started flying around. You quite often get birds in churches, and there's a joke there, but I'm not going to make it. So this bird started flying around, and I caught the Queen's eye, and she just looked up ever so slightly, and I thought, now then, is this a message for me? What do I do about the bird? If the bird does something, do I leap over like a racing snake, or fly across like a cormorant diving to protect her from the bird falling? Or do I jump up there and take the bird out and wring its neck? Or do I do what I did and just stand there? Moment. I never actually knew what to do, but that was my moment with the Queen. But back to the story. One of the great joys of being the bishop's ceremonial chaplain was being with him at the May bank holiday weekend. It would be this bank holiday weekend when the May Fair came to Hereford. And the May Fair was an ancient fair. I think I'm right in saying the oldest fair in the country. I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. And we had a ceremony of opening the fair. Well, beforehand in the morning, we used to walk around the fair at 7 o'clock in the morning with the owners and the fair master and mistress, and we walked around to make sure that everything was in the right place, and then we were entertained by the fair people for breakfast in the town hall. Danver family, I think they were. Absolutely, it was just great. But the ceremony of the opening of the fair, when bushels of wheat were given to the bishop to pay the rent for the fair, and it was all very, very ceremonial. But then, of course, we got the freedom of the fair, and I got the freedom. So there's me in my cassock, going around. I had a terrible time the first time. I went on the Helter Skelter. Press are there, BBC's there, everything else on the Helter Skelter. I jump on the Helter Skelter in my black cassock. Perfect photo opportunity. Came down. I got my fags in one pocket, got my phone in the other, my keys. I got stuck. So I'm wedged halfway down. So the bishop, who is as skinny as fit and as fit as a butcher's dog, he's racing down behind me, and there's me stuck trying to get my hips going. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. But anyhow, later on, we had a go at basketball. You know, you throw the ball. And by chance, I got one straight in, bang. So I won this socking great crocodile, huge great thing. Once again, all over the press, vicar, cassock, 39 buttons, looking holy, crocodile under the arm. So we gave the crocodile as a prize to the church raffle later on in the year. And so lady won it, she was quite delighted. She rang the vicarage the following day to say this crocodile was damaged and some of the stitching was bad. Could we replace it for another one? And I said no, I couldn't, because I certainly couldn't hit the basketball again. But there we go. By the way, what do you sell someone who cleans a vacuum cleaner? Well, call them a vacuum cleaner, of course. What else would you call them? What were you thinking I was going to say? And someone just tried to charge me £100 for some protein powder. I thought that's way overpriced. Anyhow, here we go, Bobcast. Thank you, Chris, for that poem. There's another lovely one here which I just liked. It's called Cafe Woman. A woman sits beside me. Sorry, let's start again. A woman beside me in the cafe sits and tears pages from a magazine. She continues until she tears another page and another. Silently she tears the words out, tears out the words which have grown attached to her heart. Once again, a poetic view on something happening. Could you do that? Could you write something? Write something for me? He sat upon the grassy bank, her legs were all a-quiver. He undid her suspender belt and her legs fell in the river. That's the type of thing. Holy and proper. But on this VE Day, we give thanks for those who gave their lives for their country. We give thanks for those who enable us to be free here today. We give thanks for Michael's life. And we ask, watch thou, dear Lord, with those who wake or watch or weep tonight, and give thine angels charge over those who sleep. Tend your sick ones, Lord Christ. Rest your weary ones. Bless your dying ones. Soothe your suffering ones. Pity your afflicted ones, and shield your joyous ones, all for your love's sake. So on this Victory in Europe Day, may the souls of the faithful, through the mercy of God, rest in peace and rise in glory. Amen. Take care. See you tomorrow. And get those poems into me. Messenger, email, snail mail. Ooh, there's a bit of a thought. Actually, I use snail mail now and again. I ordered a book about puns, by the way, last week. I didn't get it. So my friend, by the way, great friend of mine who I've known for years, she wrote to me and said that she now genetically modifies salad. Yeah, she's a rocket scientist. See ya. Bye.